Okay, this is the second part of Bencroft Woods. Just past somebody with 3 little dogs. One of them looked like my least favourite dog, American Bulldog. I don't like them dogs at all. I've got lots of prejudices in life. One of my biggest prejudices is terriers. I don't like terriers. Shame, but then again, my preference, no one else's. Quiet, isn't it? Apart from the birds make all that racket. It is quite muddy over here today, and it is quite slippery. I think if you're cutting across country, literally, and you've got all these leaves under feet, foot, whatever, well, it won't be too bad. It won't be too bad at all. But considering we're going up the main drag, I'm going up a fair old way, then crossing over to the left, then circling back to the car park at Bencroft, the second car park at Bencroft, because there's 2, as I told you in the first film clip, both named the same. As I say, little stream there moving. Don't know if you can see it moving, but it is. You get a lot of people over here on their jump bikes or mountain bikes. Way over the back there, you can't see it from here. Way over the back there's a course. I would say it's a good 3/4, maybe a mile. That's absolutely fantastic. If you've got a death wish, it's even better. We're gonna carry on going. What? What do you mean can't see a squirrel? You're in double figures, mate. You're well into double figures. So what are you going to do then? You're going to stand there all day, or you're going to look around for a squirrel? You don't know. Undecided. Okay. Right, come on in. Due to the mud and that rot, Alabama rot, it's always best when you take a dog back to the car, you've got some water to wash their feet off with, just to be safe and sorry. And I say it's all a shingle down there. That tells me that millions of years ago all this was under the sea. That was a beach. Or glaciers. Not the ones that foxes sit on top though. That's Glacier Mint. Right, so yeah, it's very slippery through here. And fortunately I haven't got proper soles on the Wellington boot things I'm wearing. So you're more likely to slip than anything. And as we already know, water runs downhill, congregates, people walk up and down, makes more mud. So you have to be careful. Not the greatest place in the world. But back to Lee Valley tomorrow. Not been there now for about 3 days, so that makes up a bit of time for it. Hello, what's he seen? I've seen something. I hope there's a ditch there just to his left. Oh, there's a squirrel directly in front. Won't be able to see that. Nah, it's gone. It's gone. Yow, straight up a tree. There's not a great deal to show you, really, to be honest with you, this time of year. I've never seen muntjacs over here. Although having said that, there must be over here somewhere. Just see rabbits, quite big rabbits in fact, and squirrels. Squirrels absolutely everywhere. Oh, that's a good shop. Feeling fit today, are you? He's back to his old normal self. He was ill, well I wouldn't say ill, but he's off his food. Lolloping around, all lethargic, for about 3 days. And now he's back to scoffing all his dinner, having his treats and biscuits, and going mad basically. So he's back to his old self, which is great, really great. I don't like dogs or any pets really. Being ill, I'd rather be ill myself. They can't tell you what's wrong with them. Poor old thing. As you can see, there's a lot of dead trees over here. Shallow rooted trees as well, the wind just pulls over. There's a team of dedicated people, rangers, they come over here every so often, cutting trees down. And yeah, not fantastic video, but I'm not going up here for no more. I'm going to cut across country. It's getting too muddy. You can see the horse prints through there. I don't know if you can see that one. Can you see that one? Is that better? So you get horsey riders come through here. I have no idea what it's like being on the back of an horse. I've never been on a horse ever. I wouldn't even know how to start one up, to be honest with you. How to get it going or anything. But, that was close. Nearly went over. So I go through a cut cross country. And see if we can do a circle. It's deceiving really, because you think you're going in the right direction. I've already done my walk, so I can't get lost. Alkane should get lost in Cheshunt. Days like this, we should just put a t-shirt on instead of a great big jacket. Absolutely melting, really warm this morning, very warm. I can hear him going behind me. How can you say? This is the new SD card. This is an 8GB one. So I'm having major problems downloading films onto the computer, which is a great shame. So the cheapest option is the SD cards are no good. But no, my luck, it'd be the PC, the laptop. Personal computer, yeah. It's not politically correct. Hijacked that one, haven't they? What's he doing over there? Like I say, you can easily see why dogs get lost over when they chase a squirrel. They lose their bearings. They haven't had a great deal of basic training, so they don't know what the recall sign is, but he does. Max, come! Come! So if he's had no basic trainings, he'd totally ignore that signal. But as you can see, he doesn't. As I say, he's had basic training. So really and truthfully, get your dog some basic training. Good boy. Off you go. Good boy. So when you can't see him, and I couldn't see him then, if you call, he should always come back. That's a simple basic recall. And that's in your basic training package. Sit, stand, down, come. All basics. It's not hard, just patience. Loads and loads and loads and loads and loads of patience. That's all you got to do. Patience, patience, patience. Oh, get your nose out of there, you. Right. You can see, as I was telling you earlier, mountain bikes, jump bikes, they've been using it down here. And even if I was a kid, I won't go down here on my push bike. It's alright if you've got armour suit on, I suppose. These are like adults, these are like grown-ups, these ain't kids. These are like on £1,000 push bike and more than £1,000. And doesn't matter how expensive the bike is, when you come off it's going to hurt. Okay. Look at that moss. Many moons ago, you used to get all the moss out of your garden. Now you go to garden centres and you buy moss to put in your garden. It's strange. But then again, I've always liked things like that. Whereas with the fairies, you know, not the puffs, the fairies, like ones that go down the bottom of the garden. The wings and things like that. A dead tree there in front of me. It is still a bit yucky underfoot, but it's much better than walking on that silly mud. Sometimes in the morning, from Paradise Wildlife Park, which is a little zoo, you can actually hear the tigers and hear the howler monkeys. It's like the wind or the elements, they sort of spread that sound and you think, hello, sounds like a lion or a tiger or whatever, and it is. and that's the zoo. It's only like a couple, 3 miles away from here. What are you up to, mate? There's daylight up there. Can you see daylight? You can't see daylight up there. Yes, you can. That's a field. So what I need to do really is go up to that field and turn left, and that should take me down to that place I told you in the first film, with a little stream and a chair or the bench, and that should be the circle walk, but it ain't. But we will find out, maybe. There going up here. The first part of Bencroft Wood, that's not too bad at all. You can't really get lost on that one. It's only a small wood. And it opens up to this part of Bencroft Woods. Then the road splits onto the other side of Broxbourne Woods, which of course is a sculpture trail where they're taking out a lot of the pine trees. Because originally it's supposed to be planted with indigenous trees such as the beech, birch, oak, and as we know, pine isn't from this country. It's from steppes of Asia, Turkey way, that sort of area. They grow fast. It's good cheap wood, and basically that's why there's hundreds of acres of the stuff all up and down the country, all across the world. But like most things, it pushes out the indigenous stuff. What could you say?